Hello, good people, and welcome to Wafu TV. If this is your first time watching us, this is a platform where we make elementary mathematics simple for your understanding. Before we proceed in today's lesson, we want to appeal so that you can support us in our initiative to assist underprivileged learners in local communities. Towards the end of today's lesson, you're going to be sent a link where you can watch a video to see what we've been doing and the details of our project. In today's lesson, we are going to do area of shaded portion. For the past lessons, we have been looking at the different shapes, and in the lessons for today and next time, we are going to be looking at how these various shapes can be integrated to give you one shape. And not only that, how we can identify these various shapes and the missing sides to calculate the area of the shaded or the unshaded portion. By the end of the lesson, we should be able to identify the different shapes, the different sides that are missing, and of course, to calculate the area that we've been asked to calculate. In our first example on the board, it says a square yard is divided into two parts. Grass is planted on one side and the other side is tiled. Calculate the area of the yard covered with grass. If you look at this diagram carefully, you'll realize that it is a square and it is divided into two. If this side is 8, then this other side should be 8. And the area inside that is shaded is a triangle. What we are going to do is to go straight and calculate the area of the triangle. But first we need to identify the missing side. So this means that area of shaded part is equal to, we have the base, which is 8 height. If this is a square, it means from here up should be 8 meters as well. Therefore, area will be equal to half base height. Half times the base here is 8/1 times the height, which is also 8/1. 2 here one time, and 2 into 8 4 times. 4 times 8 is going to give us 32 meters square. This is what you can do as far as this question is concerned. Let's move on to the next question, which of course will have different shapes, and we should be able to identify these shapes and solve for the shaded area. Our second example talks about a hall and a portion that is left for the door to open. The floor of a hall measures 20 meters by 10 meters. It is covered with a carpet and a portion is left for the door to open. Find the area covered by the carpet. So if this is our floor and this portion is left for the door to open, we have to first of all calculate the area of the floor, which is a rectangle. Then we find the area of the semicircle and subtract the area of semicircle from the area of the floor. Area of floor is equal to length times width. And our length here is 20 meters. Width is 10 meters. This will give 200 meters square for the whole floor. Let's calculate the area of the semicircle. And before we go to that, we don't have the radius. We have a line that cuts across from this end to this end. And all that cuts across is the diameter and not the radius. This one will be diameter. Then from diameter, we can find radius. Let's find the diameter. If from here to here is 20 and from here to here is 3, from here to here is 3, we're going to subtract 3 plus 3 from 20. So 3 plus 3 is 6. If we subtract that from 20, it will give 14. 14 will be the diameter, and therefore the radius will be 14 divided by 2, which is 7 meters. So we're going to use this radius to find the area of the semicircle. Area of semicircle equal to pi radius square divided by 2. If we substitute, our pi is constant, 22/7, times the radius which we have here is 7/1 times another radius 7/1. 7 can do away with 7, and 22 times 7 is going to give 154 meters square. To find the area covered by carpet, we just subtract this semicircle from the whole floor. Therefore, shaded part or area covered by carpet, if you wish, will be equal to 200 minus 154, and this will give 46 meters square. So this is what you're supposed to do to find the area of this shaded part. Let's move on to the next example so that we can better understand how to calculate shaded portion. Here is our example C. It says, use the dimensions given on the diagram to calculate the area of the unshaded region. In the middle, the shaded part is a rectangle, and on both ends we have two semicircles. This side is equal to this side, so we find the area of one semicircle multiplied by 2, and we'll have the area of the two semicircles. Area of a semicircle is pi radius squared divided by 2. In this case, we have been given the diameter because the line that cuts across is not the radius, but we need radius. So for us to find radius, you divide the diameter, which is 42, by 2, which is equal to 21. So our radius here will be 21. Let's substitute. This will be equal to pi 22 over 7 times radius, which is 21 over 1, times 21 over 1. 7 here, 1. 7 into 21, 3 times. 22 times 3 is 66, and 66 times 21 is equal to 1386 centimeters square. Therefore, total area of unshaded parts will be equal to 1386 times 2. We are multiplying by 2 because there are 2 of this, and this will give 2772 centimeters square. This is it for this design. Our last example for the day says, find the area of the shaded portion in the diagram shown. This is the diagram. This is a square, and in this square there is a circle, and the radius of this circle is 7 centimeters. We are asked to calculate the area of the shaded portion only. We find the area of the square separate, then we find the area of the circle, and we subtract the area of the circle from the area of the square. So let's go. Area of square is side times side. Look at this. If from here to the middle is 7, then all across is going to be 7 plus 7. So side will be 14 times 14, which is equal to 196 centimeters square. Let's find the area of the circle. Area of circle equal to pi radius square. And if we substitute here, pi is 22 over 7. Our radius is 7 over 1 times 7 over 1. 7 can simplify 7, and the area here is 154 centimeters square. Therefore, area of shaded parts will be equal to 196 minus 154, and this will be equal to 42 centimeters square. If you solve correctly, this is what you will have as the answer. And if you picked up something today, this is all we had for you. And next time, we are going to solve more of these shapes to see how they can mix. They can draw a square in a rectangle, or a rectangle in a circle, and so on. We are going to look at this to solve more examples for better understanding. And until we meet again next time, it is goodbye from us.